To reality. This is Rob Hart with Made in Chicago with
Lynn Fossbender, owner of Pollen,
a florist on Milwaukee Avenue on Chicago's north side that creates flower arrangements for weddings. Fossbender studied horticulture at the University of Illinois and worked for a florist before branching out on her own in 2009.
I'm extremely risk averse, so I took a long time to get to that point where I was comfortable starting my own thing.
And even then, it required one more push.
I got fired from my job.
Okay, Fossbender originally focused on weddings because it didn't require a dedicated retail space or permanent employees.
But it turned out I loved doing wedding flowers, so I've just stuck with focusing on weddings.
Fossbender says 10 years of working with couples and their families as they plan their wedding has led to an extensive background in diplomacy.
I see a lot of interesting dynamics between couples themselves or between parents that are brought in during consultations.
Social media sites have led to an explosion in local wedding vendors that promise to make a bride or groom's Instagram desires come to life. But Fossbender says the Chicago wedding scene is both competitive and supportive.
It's wonderful to have this really supportive community in Chicago, not just in the wedding industry, but in the floral industry as well.
With Made in Chicago, Rob Hart, News Radio 105.9 FM.
Fear of a global economic slowdown is whacking global stock markets this morning. We'll check that with Len Walter coming up. Company PPM News Time, 6:52.
Let's face it, this time of year you want heat and you want it now. If that's not happening, trust the experts at ABC and consider it done. Schedule today at 4abc.com. ABC Plumbing, Sewer, Heating, Cooling, and Electric. Consider it done.
Van Carey's Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram is the one that will save you more on new Jeeps. Drive home in a new 2020 Jeep Grand Cherokee or Wrangler Hardtop, just $26,995. You heard right. Choose a brand new 2020 Grand Cherokee or Wrangler Hardtop for only $26,995. Save more with 0% on all Jeeps. Jeep Compasses, Cherokees, Grand Cherokee Limiteds, Gladiators, Wrangler Rubicons, and more. 1,000 factory cars on display for immediate delivery. You will drive home today. Top dollar paid for all trades. 0% on all new Jeeps. Don't forget, you heard right. Choose a new 2020 Jeep Grand Cherokee or Jeep Wrangler for only $26,995. Van Carey Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram on 95th Street in Oak Lawn.
Reaction to the death of Kobe Bryant. The CBS World News Manager at the top of the hour at 7 o'clock, but it's 6:53. Now, WBBM Business News, presented by Baird. Good morning, Flash Reporter Len Walter.
Thank you, Pat. Good morning, everybody. Stock index futures on Wall Street tumbling this morning along with world stocks and oil on mounting fears of the coronavirus denting global economic activity as the virus spread to more than 10 countries, and some experts now questioning China's ability to contain it all. The death toll from the virus outbreak in China rose to 81 as the government extended the Lunar New Year holiday and more big businesses shut down or told staff to work from home in an effort to curb the spread.
We did our research when it came to the best companies for website development and chose AmericanEagle.com. We couldn't be happier. AmericanEagle.com worked closely with us to understand the front and back-end requirements needed to launch an e-commerce website that could handle the complexities of running thousands of seminars nationwide. Our robust new website and improved SEO saw immediate increases in site traffic and web revenue. If you're in need of managerial effectiveness and success, visit our website at eminent.org. If you're in need of a website that provides an unparalleled consumer experience, I highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Call AmericanEagle.com at 773-NETWORK. That's 773-NETWORK, or visit AmericanEagle.com. They'll help you build your digital mindset.
Chicago winters mean freezing temperatures with snow and ice on the streets. Spinning your wheels, even for a short time, can cause damage to your vehicle's operating systems and especially your transmission. And have easy pay options for almost all credit needs, including up to 12 months interest-free. Call 1-800-GO-AMCO today or search AAMCO. That's double A. MCO, AMCO, transmissions, and a whole lot more.
Spilled your pina colada? Quick, the quicker picker-upper. Bounty picks up spills and messes quicker. And it's 2 times more absorbent than the leading ordinary brand, so you can get back to getting caught in the rain. Now Ted, the quicker pick line.
The new year is here, and I found the perfect way to shake up our shopping routine. Walmart pickup is so easy.
We picked up your radio transmission. Across the universe, we've searched for signs of intelligent life, and we found it. It's Walmart Pickup. Order online from anywhere in the galaxy and pick up curbside for free with same prices as in store. Wow, that's easy. We come in peace and with a long shopping list and transmission.
Only at Walmart. $30 minimum. Restrictions apply.
WBBM and HD Chicago. WCFS-FM and HD1 Elmwood Park, Chicago.
Now, the Illinois lottery number is sponsored by CarX Tire and Auto. The pick 3 from last night, 055. Fireball 3. The pick 4, 8537. Fireball 4. Lucky Day Lotto, 14, 16, 19, 20, and 31.
WBBM News Time, 6:58. Transport weather together on the 8's Claire Lane.
Getting to O'Hare, kind of a haul, but that isn't atypical for early Monday morning such as this. Lots of folks catching those early week flights. So you're jammed coming off the Kennedy all the way into the terminals. You also got a very heavy ramp for the eastbound Jane Addams tollway. Not so bad on the inbound or outbound 8, about 25 on the way. On Kennedy, 34 from here, 20 off the junction, 14 at the express. Outbound takes 35. We're sponsored by our Van Piercy Mattress Stores, which got led by Separate Meeting. Next traffic report, 708. News Radio 78 and 105.9 FM.
Spotty freezing drizzle this morning. Watch for icy spots. High 36. It's 29 now 30 on Chicago's lakefront.
Traffic and weather together on the 8s. Sports at 16 and 46. Business at 20.
Definitely drives the other.
And thieves take off with another ATM in Chicago. Those stories and more coming up on the CBS World News Roundup.
WBBM Sports.
CBC NFC 38-33 in the Pro Bowl. The Bulls host the Spurs tonight.
Stock futures are much lower this morning. High today in Chicago 36. Now the CBS World News Roundup at 7 o'clock.
Friends, Lord Kobe Bryant.
Cheers, man.
Using like an idol for most of the world.
Bolton account fuels call for impeachment trial witnesses.
This is a bombshell revelation.
Kane sensation sweeps Grammys.
Bad guy Billy Eilish.
This is the CBS World News Roundup, sponsored by Mass Mutual.
Good morning, I'm Steve Kathan. Kobe Bryant, the man who could do it all on the basketball court, is being mourned by friends and fans after his death in a Southern California helicopter crash.
He inspired me to pick up a basketball and play the game, so it was just such an inspiration and role model to me.
His death sent shockwaves all throughout the sports world. Tiger Woods heard about it after a round of golf.
He burns so competitively hot. He brought it each and every night on both ends of the floor.
Magic Johnson.
County Coroner Jonathan Lucas.
Given the terrain and the condition of the site, we expect that this will probably take at least a couple, if not a few days, to complete the recovery.
At last night's Grammy Awards, which took place at the Lakers' home arena, Staples Center, there were tributes to Bryant from a number of performers, including Alicia Keys.
Literally standing here, heartbroken, in the house that Kobe Bryant built.
And at NBA arenas, tributes as well.
Please join us in a moment of silence for Kobe Bryant. Rest in peace, Mamba.
But his fans here in LA seem to hurt the most.
Have there been cheers for you?
Of course, absolutely.
The focus now is to try to determine what caused the crash. Weather may have played a role. There were overcast skies when the helicopter went down. Steve Futterman, CBS News, Calabasas, California.
Kobe Bryant was a 5-time NBA champion with the Lakers, a 2-time MVP, and a 2-time Olympic gold medalist. CBS's Dana Jacobson says he was a ferocious competitor, a transcendent player who inspired fans and was taking on new challenges after basketball.
Over his 20 seasons in the NBA, Bryant became known as the league's big shot taker. But after his retirement in 2016, he traded slam dunks for storytelling, launching a podcast, writing a series of young adult novels, and creating an animated short film that earned him an Oscar.
This is our creative area.
I spoke with Bryant Bryant about his new ventures in October at his production company, Granity Studios.
I didn't dream of doing this as a kid. For about 15, 16 years, I had a lot of practice on road trips, sitting on planes, writing.
In one of his final interviews earlier this month, Bryant said he had moved on from the game that made him a household name. That is, until one of his 4 daughters, Gianna, picked up where Dad left off.
Before Gigi got into basketball, I hardly watched it. But now she's into basketball. We watch. It's on.
She wants to watch it too.
It's on every night.
Now to Washington. A tweet from President Trump this morning says it's not up to the Senate to seek testimony from his former National Security Advisor John Bolton. It comes as Democrats press for witnesses of Mr. Trump's impeachment trial. CBS's Nancy Cordes says Bolton appears now to back up what others have said and what the president denies.
I'm just going to explain why I'm not.
Bolton drops the bombshell in an unpublished manuscript for his forthcoming book. According to the New York Times, Bolton says the president told him that he wanted to continue freezing $391 million, the contents of it, at the Senate trial.
It's the World News Roundup. It's 5 minutes after the hour.
Behind every moment shared with the ones you love is a plan that helped make it happen. Learn more or find an advisor at massmutual.com.
Hi, I'm Carolyn Spencer Brown, Chief Content Officer of Cruise Media and former Editor-in-Chief of Cruise Critic. One of my favorite places in the world to go is Alaska. It is such an amazing, vast, and untouched wilderness. And because there is so much to see, you really want to take a cruise there. I love both Holland America Line and Princess Cruises because they have the most itineraries going to Glacier Bay, where you can sail right up to these giant, awe-inspiring glaciers and watch them crack off and land in the water with this thundering boom. It's the most incredible experience. And for land travel, they have the glass dome train that lets you see everything. You get off your cruise, it's seamless, you transfer onto this beautiful train and you take a ride to Denali National Park, where you can stay at their exclusive lodges. And because Holland America Line and Princess Cruises own and operate their ships, lodges, and trains, everything is easy and effortless as they take care of every little detail. So if you're planning on going to Alaska, you really want to go this year, and you definitely want to go with the Alaska experts, Holland America Line or Princess Cruises. Explore more at goalaskanow.com.
7:06. China reports 81 coronavirus deaths. The U.S. consulate in Wuhan, the epicenter for the outbreak, plans to evacuate Americans tomorrow. Travel agencies in China have been told to cancel group tourism. There are 5 confirmed cases in the U.S., more than 2,700 around the world. 7 people are missing, 7 others hurt after a dock fire destroyed more than 30 boats in Scottsboro, Alabama. The fire chief says there are fatalities and rescue operations are still going on. It was an emotional night at LA's Staples Center beneath the retired jerseys of Kobe Bryant on music's biggest night. CBS's Daniel Backus.
Breakthrough artist Billie Eilish had a big night at the Grammy Awards, taking home 5 statues, including Best New Artist, along with Song, Record, and Album of the Year.
I never thought this would ever happen in my whole life.
The 18-year-old performed with her brother Phineas, who co-wrote, produced, and engineered her album. He won 6 of his own Grammys. Lizzo won 3 Grammys, including Best Pop Solo Performance. Today, all of my little problems that I thought were big as the world were gone, and I realized that there's people hurting right now. Lil Nas X also took home a pair of Grammys for his hit song, Old Town Road.
More than 300 Amazon employees criticized the company's record on climate change in a blog post. Organizers blame Amazon threatened to fire workers who spoke out. S&P futures down 45 points. Time on the roundup, 8 past the hour.
WBB News Time 7:08. Time for traffic and weather together on the 8, sponsored by Consumers Credit Union. Here's Claire Lane.
Rush hour traffic starting to get going just a bit here. One on the Edens now 25 minutes, Lakeview Road to the Kennedy, outbound also 25. Kennedy, 37 from O'Hare, 22 off the junction, 17 in the express, so do save some time. Outbound 15 to Montrose is 35 to O'Hare, and then you're sluggish all the way into the terminals on the westbound O'Hare extension. Inbound I-47 from 390, 32 in from Manheim. Outbound 25 to Manheim, about 38. Back out to 390. Inbound Stevens is sluggish per usual, 47 to. From 355 is 34 coming in from 294, but outbound okay, 30 back out to 355. Inbound Dan Ryan about 30, 95th coming in. No outbound Dan Ryan complaints. Inbound 57 pretty busy too, 25 coming in from 80, outbound 15. And Northbound Bishop Ford's busier, 28. 80-90 Ford at the Dan Ryan merge. No outbound Bishop Ford delays. On heading northbound Lakeshore Drive, Roosevelt to Jackson, but clear on the southbound side. How we doing on the tollways? Chris Howard, Mobile 7-8.
On the northbound side of the Tri-State, slow past the Hinsdale Way system 47th. 88 to the outbound 290 on the ramp, 290 to north for everybody else. 90 eastbound, loaded up, Beverly to Barrington on the ramp to the 190 into O'Hare. 88 eastbound, little break, check Eola, then approaching the Highland exit, 355-53, northbound slow 63rd through Maple. Chris Halverman, Mobile 7-8.
Parking delays in Elmhurst, Grand Avenue. This is eastbound pretty heavy as you pass Lake.